I'll make that sketch.
Hey everybody, it's Hot Dad. Asking for some input the other day about the worst sketches. Stuff you don't want me to do, stuff that really sucks. All your asses are gonna get roasted. Let's get started here. I'm sure this first one is really gonna be bad. Don't pretend to pat a really big dog. It's pretty hard not to pat a dog. I think that could be really, really funny. Trying to play a PS2 but not realizing that you were using a Dreamcast controller the whole time. You also have AIDS. It can be so emotionally draining when you use the wrong controller with the right console or wrong controller with the wrong console. Would that be the right console? Add a little bit of edge. We've got ourselves a winning combination. Sketch about how you won't watch the new Ghostbusters movie because you went blind from masturbating to too many pictures of the new Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters are some beautiful women, and I think it's great to celebrate that somebody J/Owing into oblivion. And how are you gonna see the movie if that happens? So a man suspects that his kitchen utensils are cheating on him with another household. Can he bring them back using his singing prowess? You'll find out in Only Foods Russian. You know, we all remember that movie with our classic guy from The Friends show, Matthew Broderick. I see several gold stars on this assignment. A suicide hotline that doesn't try to talk people out of suicide, but instead gives advice on the best way to commit suicide. I am seeing stars here. I'm seeing somebody like Matt Damon, Matthew Broderick, the Channing Tatum. Maybe those could be the hotline. And then you've got the Ryan Gosling, he's the suicider. You're trapped in space and a friendly, it's an emoji, comes to help you. First you have to fight the Apollo 11 crew. An emoji. Who could imagine speaking to an emoji? I love this one. This is terrible so far, so let's keep moving here. Ted Cruz falls in love with a woman made of butter, but it's forbidden by their parents, so they decide to hop in the microwave and melt themselves for love. Who wouldn't want to see Ted Cruz melting? And if he's made of butter, it makes sense for him to melt. Corn, I thought you meant Korn. Fucking hilarious. Here's somebody expecting grain. Boom, they're getting this new metal band, the Jonathan Davis, and they're getting the Christian artist Head. A little edgy here. A sketch where you try to stretch your scrotum over your whole penis and pretend you just have a ball sack and no dick. Bazingo! I don't have a dick. All I have is a ball sack anyway. This would be real easy to shoot. I think a lot of people would like to see that. This is just unbearable so far. Okay, we got tits on a fish. You put your moobs onto seafood at the grocery store. I'm thinking live fish when I read this. Why am I gonna put my moobs on a dead fish? Okay, you're a sovereign citizen and you go to the court. People love Sanic. They love his speed. They love how he always shows up when he makes plans with you. Hitler and elite Nazis meet/fuck aliens. I love the depth in this one. It's Hilter, other Nazi, just the fucking the aliens. Who hasn't wanted to see Hilter fuck aliens? You go to a Christian dads who love to vape meeting and meet your real dad. Christian dads love vaping, so we can have a lot of funny characters. We could have Matthew Broderick. We could have Matthew Perry. We could have Ryan Gosling, we could have Channing Tatum be the dads at the vape thing, and we could laugh ourselves out of the meeting. Okay, Erik listens to an entire Elliott Smith album backward while eating chips in the shower. Sad music would be really funny with the chips. Has anyone ever eaten while they listen to sad music? Nobody knows. A flight between Sydney and LA. We got Matthew Perry as Walter White. We got Channing Tatum playing Vince McMahon. A person looking for John Cena. We can't see him. John Cena's so ubiquitous, so suddenly we can't see him. We're freaking the fuck out. We're having a great time. Whisper karaoke? Hilarious, man. You gotta be quiet. A man running, listening an MP3 of horses galloping. It's like, is this guy crazy? Is this guy a psycho? Why is he listening to this horses galloping? Walk into a room, but walk out only to walk into the room again, so you reverse and go back, but you end up in the room again. You're trapped. You can't escape. Nothing means anything. We're all worm food. Fuck! I love the swear at the end. The swear is pretty awesome. Another disgusting freak. Drink a gallon of dog semen and cry for an hour. I love that. I love the semen idea. I love that it's from a dog. Do we see the dog ejaculate it? We get the semen. I'm drinking it. What else am I going to do after I drink the dog semen other than cry? This is a perfect sketch. Midway through an episode of The X-Files. I love these characters who should never meeting for the first time. They can kiss and they can hug and they can make each other laugh. I love this. I am Dr. Smithers. A sketch where you whip black people. Well, you didn't say just exclusively black people, so let's do something for kink.com. Let's do some fetish stuff. Let's get a mixture of races. Let's whip them all with their consent. Let's make it real sexy. Punch somebody in the face to raise awareness for domestic abuse. Your catchphrase can be bazingo. I love how this ends. Knocks me on my ass. Guy who is allergic to eyes but trying to look cool. Everybody hearing me read that, they're wondering, how am I gonna exist if I'm allergic to eyes? How am I gonna look out of my own head? You burn your finger on a packet of chips. I say we just have them get burned off screen. We can't see what kind of chips they are. But he says, you know, I'm burned by chips. Make a sketch where you chug a beer and then you got beer stains, you've got envelopes, you've got a mailbox. We can have Channing Tatum play the mailbox and we can have Matthew Broderick play the mailbox. Be like the Matrix in real life or some shit. Wear a trench coat in public and lean back or jump real far or whatever happens in the Matrix. Feed me a grape and you throw in, it goes in the bullet time, you know what I mean? And they're dodging the fucking grape and it's a grape idea. Alright, so we got some other dipshit, posted a comment, here we go. You open your door and it's you talk to yourself for a bit and then close the door. The segment doesn't go on forever, you know what I mean? It's a finite sort of joke. You watch those shows with the infinite jokes, and when do you live your life? 5 people all do not know each other where they are because they forget things, so they ask each other where they are. Because they forget things, they ask each other where they are multiple times. Repetition, repetition, repetition. They teach you that in the comedy class 01. Very, very funny. Just keep saying something, say it enough times, you're just cracking up at it. Bazinga! Bazingo! Bazinga! Bazingo! LMAO. Some Shakespeare thinks he's written me a comment. You accidentally run over a squirrel. I love the speed of the credits. I think we get Tom Hanks as the big squirrel driving the truck. Bazinga! Channing Tatum as the other squirrel. Okay, you open the fridge and it's on fire. You look at the stove and there's a frying pan on ice with some food in it. You say, "D-oh!" and hit yourself on the forehead. You've got that Smithers classic line, "D-oh!" from the Smithers program. Very, very whack! I'm hit in the face, my tooth is falling out, blood and guts in the food, and everyone's cringing. They're like, ugh, ugh. I don't really understand it, but I love it. A big guy and a little guy sleep in the same bed together, but the big guy is snoring and keeping the little guy awake. I could not sleep last night after I read this. Just like the sketch, I'm thinking about, am I the big guy or am I the small guy? Alright, so we got another one that's real edgy here. You're an Olympic diver, coach tells you to do an inward dive, but you mishear him and think he said to do an N-word dive, so you do something hilariously racist instead. A bazinga, that's got an N in it, and that's a really funny N-word. Bazingo. A medieval person travels to the present and you are tasked with describing modern life to him, like food and stuff. He's only used to, you know, porridge and mutton. I've seen those funny movies where a warrior comes to the future and he's trying to buy a cell phone. A laugh after a laugh. Alright, we got another long ass, probably piece of total shit. Here's a sketch. A cat eats a tadpole and I see something about Matt Damon. I'm a big Matt Damon fan. A girl is about to have her new boyfriend over for dinner so her parent can meet him for the first time. Oh, I like where this is going. I love how this guy is just trying to make a good appearance so he can bone. And I hope that the weirdness will continue into their marriage bed. A parody of a currently relevant song with song lyrics written to be about a fandom of any kind. That sounds amazing. I think Call of Duty to the tune of Backstreet Boys.
Lady Gaga.
I can just laugh at this. Bazinga! Dog owner takes dog and puts it in his own bed, then gets mad because it's taking up too much space. Why did this guy put the dog in the bed in the first place? I'm cracking the fuck up at this. I love Bazinga! A duck wearing rain boots and a baseball cap shouting at soup. Why is this guy wearing rain boots? Why has he got a baseball cap? Why is he yelling at the soup? 3 outstanding elements. Brilliant. Alright, more bullshit. The cast of Home Improvement is in an electro house club in Europe, having sweaty, sloppy sex with the cast of Step by Step. Ooh, a real 980 right there. Step by Step except Suzanne Summers was in a dark corner of the club, sucking mushy dog food from a water bottle. That's the power of Pine Sol, baby. I take back anything negative I said. The fucking, the intercourse, the mushy dog food, Suzanne Summers. It's got people you know and loving it. You could have, what's his name? Matthew Broderick play one of the Home Improvement guys, and maybe Channing Tatum could play Suzanne Summers. Woo! This one's ouch. Scene 1, hot dad drinks 1 beer at bar. Okay. Scene 2, hot dad driving down the wrong side of freeway. I'm getting a little better there. Scene 3, hot dad in hell angrily begging for his right to drive any which way he wants. I had no idea it was going to go to where it went. The audience is not going to know that either, and they are just going to be spitting shit out of their mouth. All kinds of liquids when they reach that part of it. We're talking hot liquids, cold liquids. This guy's really trying to fuck with me. Parody Seinfeld. Parody Seinfeld? Bring in the soup Nazi, bring in Laney, bring in I'm Kramers. You know, bring all these fucking characters in and just crack us up. Knock us off the planet because we don't want to be here anymore. Fuck this place. You know what? I'm kind of pissed off. Nobody wants me to make any of this shit. It's bazinga. Brilliant. And I'm kind of hurting here knowing that I can't make any of these sketches because none of you want me to make them. So this has been the first episode. and I'm guessing the final episode of Please Eric, Don't Make That Sketch. Thank you for watching, but I'm not thanking you for giving me literal gold to work with and then telling me I can't touch it, because I'm not okay with that. So, Hot Dad, signing off. Hot Dad here. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like what I'm doing, slam that subscribe button, check out my social media links, click on my Patreon. I love you. Thanks a bunch.